Yo! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In this video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a big Los Angeles Lakers fan. The Lakers just lost in the NBA playoffs, and that's why for this video, we're going to be talking about their offseason, talking about free agency, and one superstar that I simply believe they must target. The Lakers have some money to spend this offseason, and I 1000% believe they should try and get DeMar Derozan. DeMar Derozan of the Spurs, and I simply believe DeMar, LeBron, and Anthony Davis would simply be unstoppable. So if you're a big DeMar Derozan fan and a Lakers fan, and you want to see how this combo could be possible, you're gonna love this. But quickly before I get out of the video, I just want to say if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. It would help with the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about DeMar Derozan.
That's what it's all about, you know, when you have experience, years in this league. You got to be able to go out there and set the tone and have, you know, younger guys follow behind you, whatever that may be. So for us to, you know, go out and do whatever needs to be done for us to pull out a game, you know, kind of make that, you know, something we all lean on from top to bottom type of game. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. And every time his name is called, he stay ready.
When talking about this upcoming offseason and open free agency, DeMar Derozan is 100% one of the more talented players being available. After being traded from the Raptors 3 years ago, DeMar Derozan has spent the past 3 seasons with the Spurs, and so far, we simply haven't seen DeMar Derozan back in playoff contention. With this upcoming offseason being a very special one, with DeMar being one of the better players this summer, I do believe his interest and his attention is going to be very high. A lot of teams are going to target DeMar Derozan, and his decision will ultimately come down to championship or a financial point of view. When talking about this season, he was spectacular for the Spurs. He averaged about 21.6 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 0.9 steals, and 0.2 blocks, and was a big reason why the Spurs almost made the playoffs. They were a part of the play-in tournament match. In the first play-in tournament game, they faced the Memphis Grizzlies, where the Grizzlies actually beat the Spurs, but it was a close game. The Spurs could have won, but of course with that being said, their regular season ended. This past offseason, DeMar Derozan just inked into his player option, which was a surprise. A lot of teams wanted DeMar Derozan last summer as well, but now with him being a UFA, DeMar can go anywhere he wants. One team that wants DeMar is definitely the Spurs. The Spurs have been very vocal on saying they want to bring DeMar Derozan back, and from what it looks like, they might be offering DeMar Derozan about a 4-year, $130 million deal. But there is one problem with that. If the Spurs ultimately sign DeMar Derozan, maybe on a 3 or 4 year deal, it could push them deep into the luxury tax, which is why I do see DeMar Derozan walking, as they do want to build their future around Keldon Johnson and Lonnie Walker. But at the end of the day, the decision is up to DeMar. Does he want to stay with the Spurs? Because right now, they're not a championship contender. And with DeMar Derozan having 0 NBA championships while he's still in his prime, maybe his value right now could be taking his talents to a real true contender, where of course he can flourish and kind of revamp his NBA career. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some teams that I believe DeMar Derozan should think about when it comes to signing, and of course, these are realistic teams that have already expressed interest. The first team on this list is talking about the Los Angeles Lakers, and that's the possibility of DeMar Derozan joining LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and this has been a very popular idea for a very long time now. 5 years ago, when DeMar Derozan signed the contract extension with the Raptors, a 5-year max contract, there were so many rumors that DeMar Derozan could have possibly signed with the Lakers. And of course, a big reason why the Lakers are being linked to DeMar is because LA is actually his hometown, and if there's an NBA player that would prefer to play for any team, it would definitely be the city you grew up in. In this upcoming offseason, the Lakers actually have some money they can offer DeMar Derozan. From what we heard so far, they offered Dennis Schroeder a 4-year, $85 million deal, which Dennis plans on declining. And if Dennis Schroeder walks and the Lakers need a new backcourt player to kind of run that shooting guard position, DeMar would be a perfect idea, but of course, he will be taking a pay cut. From what we are hearing, DeMar Derozan does want about $30 million a year, and with the Lakers only able to offer $20 million, I'm not sure if DeMar will take a pay cut just to win an NBA championship. But if he wants to win a championship and have a good chance, I do believe taking a pay cut, it might be worth it. What's very special about DeMar is over the past few seasons playing with the Spurs, his assist ratio kept getting better and better. He's becoming more of a playmaker, and with the Lakers needing a backup playmaker behind LeBron James, of course that's why they got Dennis Schroeder. If Schroeder leaves, DeMar Derozan would not only be a good playmaker, but also be a good scorer. DeMar Derozan in the past has averaged more than 25 points. Simply imagine this. Maybe they have Alex Caruso point guard, and then have DeMar Derozan shooting guard. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and from what we're hearing, they also want to re-sign Andre Drummond. So if he could be their center, I do believe this Lakers squad would be unbeatable. Another situation and scenario how the Lakers can get DeMar is definitely through a sign and trade. From what we know so far, the Spurs have a lot of interest in Kyle Kuzma in last year's NBA offseason. The Lakers almost pulled a trade for Kyle Kuzma and DeMar Derozan. So if the Spurs and DeMar Derozan somehow agreed to a sign and trade, maybe offering up Kyle Kuzma, KCP, and a first-round draft pick could potentially land the shooting guard all-star. DeMar Derozan is an ice killer at the rim, finishing at the basket, but more importantly, he's a great mid-range shooter. And with the Lakers right now kind of needing a third go-to scorer, DeMar would simply be perfect. A very popular team that wants DeMar Derozan is the Toronto Raptors. We all know a few years ago, the Raptors traded away DeMar Derozan in exchange for Kawhi Leonard, which resulted in them winning an NBA championship. But before that, DeMar has expressed vocally and has said multiple times that he loves the city of Toronto, he loves playing for the Raptors, and of course, if you're a real Raptor fan, you all know that we love DeMar. We will embrace him if he ever decides to come back. With the Raptors losing a lot of players on contract this year, they could be losing Kyle Lowry, they do got some money to spend for DeMar Derozan. And if somehow Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Masai Ujiri, and of course Nick Nurse can convince DeMar and Kyle to come back to the team and push for another playoff run, honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe a 2-year contract for DeMar Derozan, it would be something good for his career as he's still young and can re-sign a max contract after these 2 years. Of course, I do believe DeMar Derozan would prefer not to come back to the team that traded him. Of course, pride is definitely going to be a big picture in this. But of course, if the Raptors do offer DeMar a contract, somehow, some way, if he does lower his pride, forgives the Raptors for trading him away and comes back, I genuinely believe the city would embrace him just as usual. But yes guys, this wraps up my video today talking about DeMar Derozan and simply some teams that I believe should sign him in this upcoming offseason, with the Lakers being my favorite. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. What team do you believe DeMar Derozan should go to? What team should sign him? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets.